Workplace anxiety is something that impacts everyone, whether you're the owner of a company, a mid level executive, or an entry level person. The reality is that anxiety is prevalent because everyone has to deal with uncertainty. The fear of the unknown is something that everyone has to deal with, but it's something that you can implement some best practices to deal with better than what you're dealing with today. One of the first things that you can do is to have one-on-ones with key individuals that you work with. Whether those individuals are your boss, peers, or employees, having a frequent cadence of touching base with people that you work with to both update them on the things that you're working on and to ask for help can go a long way to helping you to deal with anxiety. One of the other things that you can do is really try to seek honest relationships at work. There are a lot of reasons why people are a little bit hesitant to be completely authentic about what's on at work. The reality is that bad news doesn't get better over time, and that the quicker you're able to surface issues, be honest about the help that you need, the more you're going to be in a position to both receive help and get the support that you need in order to be successful long term. As you're interacting with people, it's really important to practice active listening skills. Define active listening skills as really paying attention both to what people are saying and what they're not saying. Oftentimes, there are things that go unsaid, but if you're paying attention to people's body language, you can pick up on different signs that they have a little bit more emotions related to a topic or that they're holding back. If you see that someone doesn't seem like they're being as authentic or that they're holding back in what they're saying, it's important to ask questions, seek to get them to explain more what's going on. When there are words that are unsaid, it can have negative impacts on relationships. It can get in the way of progress being made. So pay attention to what people are doing, what people are saying, and use that information to try to help those around you accomplish their goals. When you're communicating with people, it's very important to try to be brief in your communication. The more words that you use, the more stress that it is on others to try to understand everything that you're saying. So the more you can be succinct, the more that you can be brief, the more that you can have pauses when you communicate. It gives the opportunity for people to both understand what you're saying and then also to interject and ask a question if there's some type of miscommunication or they feel like they need more detail about something that you're saying. As you're interacting with people, try to remember all of us are humans. We all have stresses, we all have anxieties, we all want to be appreciated. When you can take the time to show gratitude to the people that you're working with, it can go a long way to strengthening relationships, reducing anxiety for all, and encouraging cooperation. And as we think about cooperation, one of the things that you have to do is to be open to getting help. Frequently, we're overly concerned about being strong, not showing any vulnerability, and that really gets in the way of us being able to seek help and also receive help. The reality is that you're part of an organization that's trying to get things done. And when you're able to let your defenses down a little bit, invite people in to help, you create the opportunity for the overall organization to accomplish its missions. The last suggestion that I have is in your interactions with people, always seek solutions. The reality is that there's a lot of time, energy, and money wasted on identifying who's to blame for problems. Finding who's to blame doesn't really do much for solving problems. The quicker that you can shift away from the blame game and really focus on finding solutions, the better position both you and the organization is going to be in order to move forward. These are 7 tips that I have used over my professional career and I've also shared with others. And I've seen it make a huge difference with managing anxiety. The better communication you have within an organization, the more everybody that is aligned on the same mission and vision, the easier work gets and the more certainty that we have. There's enough uncertainty in the world outside of your organization. You can't control everything. What you can control is how you interact with others and the investment that you make towards honesty, candor, and collaboration. Make the time, make the effort to connect with others, communicate with them, be honest about what you need, and watch how your anxiety decreases.